in grade 5 going to grade 6, I was like really nervous about like all the homework and all the extra tests and stuff, because my brother is in grade 6. Like when I was in grade 5, he was in grade 6, and he always seemed to have a lot of homework and like a lot of tests that were due. So I got really like scared of that, and I also thought that the teachers might be a bit more like strict than meaner. But when you come here like in grade 6, it's like actually pretty good and pretty nice, and maybe they're strict but they're not mean. They want the best for you in your learning.
When I was in grade 5, I was scared about my classes and how I forget them, but luckily I remember them really fast, and I have a lot of good friends, and so they help me remember my classes.
When I was in grade 5, I was nervous when I'm new to middle school, and I'm nervous that maybe I'm gonna get lost, and now I think it's good because we have schedules and we can see what class and where is it.
When I was in grade 5, I was nervous about having a lot of homework and finding my classes through all the buildings.
When I was in 5th grade, I was nervous about carrying responsibilities about my computers and strict teachers and a lot of homeworks, which is going to affect my sleeping hours, and yeah.
When I was in grade 5, I was thinking that I would have too much homework in grade 6 and not being organized, and wouldn't be getting the grades that my parents would be expecting.
So something I always thought in 5th grade was that I'd have a lot of homework. My parents told me that middle school was going to be hard with a lot of homework. Then now that I'm here, I feel like it's not as much as I would expect. Sometimes a bit more, but it's not that bad.
What I used to think about grade 6 last year was that it'd be pretty hard to know your way around because of all the different classrooms. What I know now is that even though it is complicated, like to remember all your classrooms, if you remember them in your mind and you look at ManageBack, then it's easy to remember all your different teachers and classes.
Before grade 6, I was really scared about the classrooms since they look really big, but now it's really easy to find classrooms and the teachers are all nice, so yeah.
What I thought about before was that grade 6 would be very hard, full of homework. It would be a lot different from grade 5. But what I know now, when I was in grade 6 for a term, is that it is hard, but if you get used to it and if you follow the instructions, it will be alright.
Before I thought grade 6 was confusing. We will have lots and lots of summatives and formatives, but it turns out grade 6 isn't that bad after all, because some of our summatives we get to watch episodes like INS, and it wasn't that stressed out for me.
Last year I was nervous about all the tests I was going to have to take and how hard they would be, but now that I'm in grade 6, I found that if you study and you try your best in class, you can be really successful.
Before I thought that, because we don't have our homeroom teacher anymore, we only have advisory, and I thought the teacher is not going to care about you so much. But now when I come to upper school, I noticed that the teachers are better than before, than what I thought.
Before I thought it was going to be really scary, but now when I'm actually there, it doesn't feel as scary as it was before, because you actually feel how it is. And before it was you're kind of guessing what it was like, but now it's you have classrooms and you have teachers that you can talk to anytime. So yeah, I just think my imagination was a bit too high.
Once you come for a few days and you get you start to know what the timetable is like, it gets easier. It gets a lot easier. Making friends here is quite easy as well, because I thought it was gonna be quite difficult sometimes, because in my advisory we I didn't know much, like I didn't know many people, but now I'm friends with like all of them. So don't be worried about like making new friends, and just be yourself in grade 6.